I think everybody likes those pastel colors and the soft look that we see in the movies. You know, that independent French movie vibe. When we think of the style, of course, the first thing that comes to mind is the Wes Anderson movies. He's really an amazing director, and the world he creates in his films with his color choices and his set decor and his distinct cinematography, it's all very fascinating. But I will not try to create the same look today, I will only create a look inspired by it. However, I would like to say that only color grade is not enough to create this style. Costumes, locations, set designs are also of great importance in creating this look. So keep that in mind, and also I will include a short sequence at the end of the tutorial to show you the color grading in action. So don't miss the end. Let's get started right away. Okay, I've got this clip. It's a very sunny spring day. We mostly have warm tones on this shot, and that's great. First, I will go to my color management. I want to work on Davinci White Gamut color space. Click on the gear icon on the bottom right corner. Change the timeline color space to Davinci White Gamut Intermediate. And for the output color space, select Rec 709 Gamma 2.4. I'm changing this setting because I want to work with more color information. Okay, now let's create our nodes. I will create 7 nodes for now. I will take these 3 down here. Let's start labeling our nodes. My first node is going to be CST. I will use 2 CST, so I will put the other CST to the node before the last one. And actually I'll create another node here. This will be our look node. The second one is for the white balance. The third node is going to be my balance. The fourth is contrast, and the fifth one is saturation. I will create another node next to the saturation node, and I will create a layer node just in case I need it. And let's just label these as windows. Okay, I will start with the color space transform. I will drop that to my first node. Actually, I forgot to label my last node. I'm going to use a glow effect, so I will write glow. Also, I will probably add a little bit of grain at the end. Let's create that as well. Okay, now we can get back to our first node. My input color space is Sony S-Gamut 3 Cine, input gamma is S-Log 3, output color space is Davinci White Gamut, output gamma is Davinci Intermediate. I will move on to the second CST node, drop the color space transform. Now I will transform my footage from White Gamut to Rec 709. Input color space is Davinci White Gamut, input gamma is Davinci Intermediate, output color space is Rec 709, and finally output gamma is Gamma 2.4. Okay, we have got a pretty good starting point. Now I will go to my balance node and start playing with my sliders. I will drop the offset way down like this, decrease the gain a little bit, and increase the gamma. Also, let's just increase the lift very slightly. This is before, this is after. Okay, nice. I will leave it like this for now. I will go to my white balance node. This time, instead of using primary temperature settings, I will use chromatic adaptation. Let's add that to the node. I will change the illuminant types to color temperature and put my color space information quickly. I think my Kelvin was at 5200 for this shot. I will adjust the tint very slightly. Now I will decrease the Kelvin to give it a warmer tone. This is before, this is after. Okay, looking good. Let's move on to the contrast node. The key to obtaining a soft image is to reduce the contrast, so we should neutralize these highlighted areas. So I will use my curves and take this point somewhere around here. I will create another point and pull this up. Then let's just push this down again. I will add 2 more points for the shadow areas. You can create as many points as you want, but be careful because it is very easy to break the image with this method. Okay, this is before, this is after. It takes the edge off very nicely and gives a more neutral look. Now we need saturation for our footage. I will right click on my saturation node, go to color space and select HSV. Right click again and go to channels, disable channel 1 and channel 3. Now I will increase the saturation with the gain and gamma sliders. This is before, this is after. Awesome. Now let's create a basic look. I will select my look node. Then I'm going to pull the offset down and push the gamma in the opposite direction. This is before, this is after, looking good, but we have so much green tint in our shadows. So I will go into my log wheels and push some orange into my highlights and midtones. Then I will take the shadows to more cooler areas. Let's see now, this is before, this is after. Yeah, much better. Now I want to change the hue of the grass in the background to make it a bit warmer. I will go to my curves, then select hue versus hue. Let's select yellow and green points. I will take the yellow point and push it up just a bit. Now I will select saturation versus luminance. Take this point and bring it down like this. And I will create a point and do the same thing with the shadows. This allows us to increase the color density. This is before, this is after. Very good. But our exposure has dropped a bit, so I want to go to the balance node and raise it slightly. Okay, before I go any further, I want to add my glow effect. Let's find that and add it to our node. I will decrease the shine threshold and increase the spread. Then change the composite type to soft light. I will adjust my exposure levels with these settings. This is before, this is after. I want to spread the effect a bit more. Also, I want to change the color of the filter. I will pick a color like egg white. Depending on your needs, you can adjust this effect. I think this is enough for now. This is before, this is after. Okay. It's time to concentrate a little more on our subject. I will click on the second window node. I'll create a circle mask around her and decrease the offset. Now go to the first window node and increase the gain. I actually want to change one more thing in the look node. I will go into my curves, select hue versus luminance, pick the yellow color and push it up just like this. Okay, we are almost done. I will create another parallel node here. Then I will click on the qualifier tool and select our skin tone. Let's see what we are selecting. Toggle this on. I'm trying to isolate the skin tone in general. I will move on to the curves and select saturation versus luminance. I will increase this point. Maybe we can add another point here. I think this looks good. Finally, let's add our grain effect. This is before, this is after. Yeah, this looks amazing. Let's grab a still and apply it to another clip. Everything can be adjusted based on the lighting conditions of your other clips. Now let's review from the beginning. First, I changed my color space to Davinci wide gamut. I added the CST to my first node. I changed the color space from S-Log to Davinci wide gamut. Then I added the second CST. I transformed from wide gamut to Rec 709 on this node. And then I balanced my image. I added chromatic adaptation for my white balance. Then I decreased the contrast with my curves, increased the saturation with HSV tool. After that, I created a look with primaries and different other curve tools. Then I added my glow effect. With the parallel nodes, I drew more attention to my subject. I created first two nodes for vignette effect and the third one for her skin tone. Finally, I added the grain. And this is our final, very soft and natural look. Okay guys, that's it for today's tutorial. I hope that wasn't too complicated. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you liked the video, you can subscribe to help my channel. So, thank you for watching. Until the next video, take care.